Tech innovation, money, and family heritage are the focus of today's tale. Lisa Jobs and Eve Jobs, the daughters of Apple founder Steve Jobs, received billions, making them the world's wealthiest heiress. Despite their riches, Lisa and Eve have chosen generosity and social justice above luxury. Their rise from a tech mogul's daughters to prominent women is inspirational. Stay tuned as we see how they balance their father's legacy with their effect. Brook Shields, net worth $25 million, wealth inherited from Frank Shields. Actress Brook Shields was formerly a well-known child model who later dabbled in modeling as an adult. She still lives in Manhattan, where she was born. She received critical praise for her performance in Louis Malle's Pretty Baby. Following Pretty Baby at Paramount Pictures, she continued to model and appear in various dramas. She starred in two well-known 1980s movies that have become cult favorites, Blue Lagoon and Endless Love. She temporarily wed tennis player Andre Agassi for 2 years before their 1999 divorce. She and Chris Hensey were wed for 18 years after that. There are 2 kids between the two. She's the heir apparent to the wealth of Revlon CEO Frank Shields. Ariana Rockefeller, net worth $2.8 billion, wealth inherited from Standard Oil. Ariana Rockefeller is a member of the illustrious and well-known Rockefeller family and a wealthy heiress of Standard Oil. The Rockefellers originated when their ancestor established Standard Oil in the early 1800s and amassed enormous wealth. The families managed to maintain their fortune while acting with great charity. BP's acquisition of Standard Oil meant another large profit for the affluent family. Rockefeller attended Columbia University and had a strong interest in fashion. Despite an internship at the UN, she launched her clothing line. Her brand was very popular, and she just launched a handbag collection. Rockefeller chaired the NYBG Winter Ball and strongly advocated the Humane Society. She and her husband, Matthew Buckland, an entrepreneur, reside on Manhattan's Upper East Side. Kate Hudson, net worth $80 million, wealth inherited from Goldie Hawn. Actress Kate Hudson is a nominee for an Oscar and the daughter of Hollywood icon Goldie Hawn. Actor Kurt Russell is her stepfather, while actor Bill Hudson is her biological father. When Hudson was 11 years old, she made her theatrical debut. The Santa Monica Playhouse served as her venue. She then advanced, attempting her hand at the cinema with Desert Blue in 1998. Her big break came in the Sony Columbia Pictures film Almost Famous. She was nominated for an Oscar and received a Golden Globe for her outstanding portrayal of band groupie Penny Lane. Among other films, she's acted in Fool's Gold, My Best Friend's Girl, and Bride Wars. In addition, Hudson owns the clothing brand Fabletics. Kate will receive wealth upon her mother's passing, even though she's undoubtedly amassed a substantial fortune through her performance and business endeavors. Goldie was a great performer in her own right for many years and remains a real Hollywood star today. Dakota Johnson, net worth $14 million, wealth inherited from Don Johnson. Dakota Johnson is an actress. Actors Don Johnson and Melanie Griffith are her parents. She lives in Los Angeles and was born in Austin, Texas. In addition, she models. She began her career in the film business in 2010. Her most well-known performance was in the 50 Shades of Grey film trilogy as Anastasia. She was nominated for a BAFTA Award for Rising Stars and won the People's Choice Award for her work in 50 Shades of Grey. In addition, she starred in Wounds, The Social Network, Suspiria, 21 Jump Street, and The Peanut Butter Falcon, which is now available for streaming on Amazon. Usually paired with dramas, this young star's options are endless. Dakota, the daughter of 2 well-known Hollywood figures, has always had good treatment and has never been short of cash. Having said that, she and her parents haven't always agreed. Melanie saw her daughter's role selection with disapproval. Alexander Soros, net worth $20 billion, wealth inherited from George Soros. The wealthy businessman and philanthropist George Soros is the father of Alex Soros. He studied history at Berkeley after attending NYU for his PhD. In addition to being the deputy head of the Open Society Foundations, he's a published writer. His work has appeared in several publications including Politico, The Guardian, The Forward, and many more. Like his father, he's a philanthropist. He's donated to Jewish Funds for Justice, an American nonprofit supporting Jewish issues. He's on the board of Global Witness, an organization that fights against human rights violations by multinational corporations in developing nations. Along with collaborating with environmental activists, he awards significant funds each year to assist in halting the devastation of the Amazon rainforest and improving the living and working circumstances of foreign domestic workers. Anderson Cooper. Net worth $110 million. Wealth inherited from Gloria Vanderbilt. Born in New York City, Anderson Cooper is linked to the Vanderbilt family, one of the wealthiest families in America. As a writer, TV personality, and journalist, he's successful in his own right. He's the anchor of Anderson Cooper 360, a well-liked CNN news program. He's a student at Yale University. Before that, he posed for Calvin Klein and Ralph Lauren, following in the footsteps of his fashion-forward mother, Gloria Vanderbilt. He also served as a Harper's Bazaar kid model. Before rising through the ranks, he worked for Channel One as a fact-checker. Few people are aware of how well-connected Anderson Cooper is, presumably due to his last name, until his present position on CNN for AT&T. A well-known person in the 1800s, Cornelius Vanderbilt, was for a considerable amount of time the wealthiest man in America as a result of his accomplishments in railroads and shipping. Amanda Hurst. Net worth $100 million. Wealth inherited from Hearst Corporation. Born in New York, Amanda Hurst is an American socialite and the heir apparent to the Hearst Corporation. In addition, she models. She's active with the organization she started, Friends of Finn. A group called Friends of Finn is dedicated to preventing and ending the cruel treatment of dogs in puppy mills. Hurst holds the position of assistant marketing editor at Marie Claire. Fordham University served as her educational institution. William Randolph Hearst was her great-grandfather. Her mother was abandoned by her non-Hearst father before she was even born. Hearst is a direct and distant descendant of gold magnate George Hearst, whose brutal business practices in 19th century America, if a little over-dramatized, form the basis of the critically acclaimed HBO series Deadwood. Still, these beginnings account for the whole of the Hearst wealth. Billy Lord. Net worth $25 million. Wealth inherited from Carrie Fisher. Actress Billy Lord was the daughter of late Star Wars star Carrie Fisher, who tragically died in 2016. Brian Lord, her father, is a prominent talent agent in Hollywood. Because of her ancestry, Lord is the heir to Carrie Fisher's wealth and property. She's also the granddaughter of another Hollywood great, Debbie Reynolds. Lord attended NYU and is now a resident of Beverly Hills. She's appeared on TV programs, including American Horror Story and Scream Queens. In the most current Disney Wars Star Wars trilogy, which includes movies from 2015 to 2019, she played Lieutenant Connix. Not long after her mother died, Billy also lost her grandma. Even though it was an enormous tragedy, Lord received a sizable inheritance. Not that she hasn't put in a lot of effort in the field herself, which has increased her wealth. Eve Jobs. Net worth $2 billion. Wealth inherited from Steve Jobs. Strangely, the mostly unknown daughter of Lauren Powell Jobs and Steve Jobs is a student at Stanford right now, the same university where her parents first met all those years ago. The only thing that is known about Eve Jobs is that she's a $20 billion heiress to the empire of her successful horseback riding career. The heiress avoids the limelight as much as possible, keeping her social media presence to an absolute minimum. However, she has been an outspoken supporter of her late father's philosophical approach to life, even going so far as to share some of his savings on Instagram. Lisa Jobs. Net worth $18.8 billion. Wealth inherited from Apple Inc. Steve Jobs, the late founder and CEO of Apple, is the father of Lisa Jobs. She attended Harvard University for her schooling after being born in Portland, Oregon. She was the child of Jobs and Chrisanne Brennan, his first spouse. This romance was the reason Brennan got pregnant. Despite a tense connection in her early years, Jobs and his daughter finally made up. Lisa acquired billions of Jobs stock holdings and money upon his death. Jake Gyllenhaal, net worth $65 million. Wealth inherited from Stephen Gyllenhaal. The well-known Hollywood filmmaker Stephen Gyllenhaal is the father of Jake Gyllenhaal. Maggie Gyllenhaal, the actress, is related to him. Screenwriter Naomi Foner is his mother. He went to Columbia University and was born in Los Angeles. When he was younger, he acted in the 1991 movie City Slickers. He portrayed Homer Hickam in October Sky, his first big break. For his part as Donnie Darko in the film of the same name, he was awarded an Indie Award. Together with his sister Maggie, he performed in the movie. In addition, he starred in the critically acclaimed Focus Features film Brokeback Mountain on Comcast. Stephen Gyllenhaal made a lot of money directing TV series like Blue Bloods and The Mentalist, in addition to films like Waterland and Family of Spies. His industry ties undoubtedly helped Jake's career. Carly Simon, net worth $65 million. Wealth inherited from Richard L. Simon. In addition to being a successful children's book author, Carly Simon is also a singer-songwriter. Her recordings helped her gain popularity in the 1970s. In the United States, she had 13 top 40 singles. Before attempting a solo career, Carly Simon was a member of the duo The Simon Sisters. Carly Simon's first album became a success, and she was awarded a Grammy. She's the daughter of Richard Simon, who co-founded Simon & Schuster, the publishing house now owned by Viacom CBS. His daughter's passion for music was sparked by his ability as a classical pianist. Additionally, she had a short marriage to James Taylor. Carly, who is 75 years old, is supposedly worth an incredible $65 million. Simon has acted in a few films and is a gifted vocalist. She had a well-known appearance in John Travolta's Perfect in 1985. Nikki Hilton, net worth $20 million. Wealth inherited from Hilton Hotels. Nikki Hilton is a fashion designer, entrepreneur, and heir. She is Paris Hilton's sister and the heir apparent to the Hilton Hotel empire. She went to Convent of the Sacred Heart and was born in New York City. James Rothschild is her husband, the heir to the Rothschild wealth. Nikki Hilton has experience modeling. Her apparel design company was the one that took off. She carries the Nikolai handbag brand and the Elux and Samantha Thaveza handbag lines. Her collection debuted during New York Fashion Week. Her most recent employer was the luggage firm Talani. She created a capsule titled Mommy and Me. Although the bags will be available in shops in 2018 and 2020, she introduced the line in 2017 and 2019. Nikki hasn't let her wealth be an excuse for laziness. Chevy Chase, net worth $50 million. Wealth inherited from the Crane Company. Manhattan is the birthplace of comedian, writer, and actor Chevy Chase. Cornelius Crane is his true first and middle name. Edward Tinsley Chase, a magazine writer and book editor in Manhattan, was his father. His mother, a concert pianist, was adopted by her stepfather, Cornelius Vanderbilt, and therefore the heir apparent to the Crane Company. His grandma gave him the moniker Chevrolet. The English ballad from the Middle Ages, The Ballad of Chevy Chase, inspired his moniker. In addition to his many comedy films, including Fletch and Caddyshack, he's well known for his roles on Comcast's popular Saturday Night Live, which airs on NBC. Chevy Chase's net worth is estimated to be $50 million, owing to his hard work throughout the 1970s and 1980s and his family's ties. Chevy is still an American legend, even if he's fallen from the spotlight. He isn't as often seen on our televisions as he once was. Olivia Wild, net worth $20 million. Wealth inherited from Andrew Cockburn. Actress, heiress, and activist Olivia Wild was educated at the Gaiety School of Acting in Dublin, Ireland, after being born in New York City. Additionally, she directed the movie Booksmart, which came out on May 24, 2019, at the end of May 2019. Television was where Wild's career began. She starred in the hit medical drama House on Fox from 2007 to 2012. She was Dr. Hadley, also known as 13. She's also appeared in movies such as Rush, The Lazarus Effect, Butter, The Incredible Burt Wonderstone, Conversations with Other Women, and Tron Legacy. Although Wild's film career took off in 2005, her father, journalist Andrew Cockburn, is largely responsible for her money. His multi-million-dollar income provided the actress with a substantial safety net throughout her formative years in Hollywood. Balthazar Getty. Net worth $200 million. Wealth inherited from Getty Oil. The heir to the Getty Oil wealth is Balthazar Getty, whose real first name is Paul. In addition, he produces music. He's a member of the band Ringside and creates songs for the rap duo The Wow. In his early years, he was an actress as well. In the beloved film Lord of the Flies, he portrayed Ralph, one of many morally dubious youngsters left on an island. On Disney ABC's series Alias, he also portrayed Thomas Grace on television. But his oddball car mechanic role in David Lynch's mesmerizing Lost Highway is unquestionably our favorite. As a teenage celebrity, Getty acted in movies including Ladder 49, Big City Blues, White Squall, Natural Born Killers, and others. He is a philanthropist as well. He's associated with the Lunchbox Fund, which feeds hungry kids in Africa. Lydia Hurst Shaw. Net worth $28 billion. Wealth inherited from William Randolph Hearst. Heiress Lydia Hurst Shaw also works as a model and blogger. Her mother was Patty Hearst, the notorious and previously stated person whose tragic abduction had a lasting influence on the family. She went to Sacred Heart University and was born in Connecticut. Her theater agent is the APA, and her modeling agency is Radius Entertainment. She's wed to comedian and podcaster Chris Hardwick. Hurst Shaw is another well-known runway model in the country and throughout the world. She's participated in runway shows for brands such as Chanel, Nicole Miller, Fendi, Rebecca Taylor, Jeremy Scott, a spin-off of Moschino, and more. In addition, she's modeled for Prada, Alexander McQueen, Louis Vuitton, G3's DKNY, NARS Cosmetics, and other fashion and cosmetic brands in ad campaigns for millions of dollars. In addition, Hurst Shaw created her collection of handbags for Puma French 77. Scarlett Johansson. Net worth $140 million. Wealth inherited from Karsten Olaf Johansson and Melanie Sloan. Though Scarlett Johansson's evidence skills are firmly self-earned, her parents, a wealthy Danish architect and a film producer, respectively, undoubtedly gave the biggest superstar in Hollywood an advantage. Johansson's introduction to the dark world of Hollywood was undoubtedly aided by this foot in the door. However, she made a traverse. Johansson has a history of successful roles in large and small-scale motion pictures. She's appeared in modest art house films like Ghost World, Lost in Translation, and Under the Skin, as well as massive blockbusters like Disney's The Avengers. Despite her astounding $140 million net worth, the 35-year-old celebrity has shown throughout the years that she's worthy of her wealth. She's devoted much time and effort to the action parts she's taken over the last 10 years. None are simple. Shannon Lanier. Net worth $1 to $5 million. Wealth inherited from the Jefferson family. Despite being one of the most well-known founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson had some dark secrets. It's said that Jefferson and Sally Hennings, a slave, had 6 children. It's interesting to note that Jefferson is the 6th great-grandson of Houston TV anchor Shannon Lanier. Money cannot purchase those kinds of connections. Even if he may not be the wealthiest heir in existence in terms of money, his background is rich in history. Shannon has discussed his genetic heritage often and has been quite outspoken about accepting it. Kyra Sedgwick. Net worth $16 million. Wealth inherited from Robert Sedwick. The Golden Globe-winning actress Kyra Sedgwick is well known to moviegoers and television viewers. You may be surprised to learn that the actress was born into wealth. She's the daughter of prominent venture investor Henry Dwight Sedgwick V. Sedgwick rose to fame in her teenage years, scoring a part on Another World at the age of 16. As a result, she was cast in films like Hearts and Souls, Phenomenon, and Singles. She co-starred with Tom Cruise in Universal Pictures' Born on the 4th of July, a Vietnam War movie released by Comcast and nominated for an Oscar. Sedgwick is well known for her several seasons as the lead actress on the popular TNT series The Closer. Sedwick received the greatest plaudits from the critics for the portrayal and was nominated for many Golden Globes and SAG Awards. The actress is also wed to Kevin Bacon, another legendary figure in Hollywood. The Kennedy family, net worth $1.2 billion. Wealth inherited from Joseph P. Kennedy, Sr. In America, the Kennedy family has long been a political dynasty. Despite experiencing tragedy often, the family has managed to maintain its notoriety in the United States. Joseph P. Kennedy Sr., a Boston native who amassed a fortune via the stock market, commodity, real estate, and other commercial ventures, is the source of the Kennedy family's riches. Famous Kennedy family members include former U.S. President John F. Kennedy and Bobby Kennedy, former Attorney General. As of 2016, Forbes reported the Kennedy family's net worth to be $1.2 billion.